The battle continues here at the 2024 Chain Hawk Open presented by Dynamic Disc. We are covering the FPO lead card action. Once again, Ace Run Productions bringing you coverage of this event. Back in the booth, it is Felix and I'm joined by
Conrad.
Conrad, a bit of a tight battle. We've seen some ebbs and flows, some swings. We've got a 4-stroke separation between last year's first and second place finishers.
We have the battle from last year repeating itself. Let's see if the leaderboard tells the same story, and it does. We have Sarah Hokom with just a few shots over Jessica Weese going into the final 9, and we've seen these final 9 holes be the deciding holes on who ultimately gets the win in this event.
Yeah, we'll get things started here on hole 10. This one a par 3, 254 feet. Pretty straightforward hole. One of the ones that you're looking to kind of get your birdie on, really. Straightforward shot. A little bit of danger at the end of the flight here. The disc, you have these trees kind of guarding the green a bit here. But you're going to see some straight mid-ranges, maybe even some putters or fairway drivers to get you that look.
Yeah, this one coming in well under par. It feels like a must get, and Lauren puts one out there to the circle's edge. She should have a window to look back at the putt. Hokom going with a forehand here. Doing a little bit of dancing. And the disc sword dancing and dance along with her.
Weese goes with an overstable fairway driver on this one. Really yanks over on it.
Ooh, trying to get that flare over to it. Yeah.
From the tee, that looked like it was chain high going in. Smiley opting for the backhand, kind of in between this. Looks like she's chosen the one she likes for the shot. I'm going to guess this is a
handy
hex.
out of the hand.
Oh, yeah.
And does a little bit of dancing by the basket to get her away from the palm fronds, leave her with a putt. So first up here is Lauren. Oh, leaves it low into the left.
Weese looking for the birdie, knowing that Sarah is very close, and she cashes it in for that birdie. Momentarily trimming the lead back down to 3.
Smiley making good on her birdie as well.
Butler gonna cash in her par putts. And like you said, this one playing well below par, 0.67 strokes below par to be exact. And Sarah gonna add to that number there.
Second easiest hole on the course today.
I can see it.
Now we move into a hole 11. Is a par 4 finally at 416. You get 2 strokes here to try to make good on getting a bird. The drone is taking the right side here. There is a little creek that's playing OB. There is a more traditional left side tunnel that you want to go through. Again, lined by trees on the left and right. You just want to make it to an ideal landing area so that you have an approach shot here. There is OB behind the basket coming from either direction. So a true 2-shot birdie look here. Got to get the first one off good.
He's going to swing inside that tree, and does, and stay away from that one.
Yep, and that is fine. Like I said, that's the more traditional left hand route.
Roller.
And we're going with the roller.
That's a lot
it
of
never
angle.
stands up.
Too much air.
Sit. Okay.
So she's still in bounds. She's off way to the left, but she still has an open area to get to the basket, so it should be fine.
That wave once again there for Jennifer Smiley. She's been throwing that thing well all round.
Looks like she might be up against a tree, so she'll have to play it to the left or right of that. And Lauren taking the more drone route, but flaring back in towards the landing area. She'll have some trees to contend with, but she should have an easy approach to the basket as well.
Forehand approach there for Weese. Puts her inside the circle with a look for her birdie. Jen having to deal with, I think this is like the third patent pending we've seen her already have to to shape out here.
Just patent pendants and palm fronds is her highlight reel. Pulls that a little to the right, but the tree helps out, kicks her back towards the basket. And Lauren plays around both of those trees perfectly.
Hokom with the backhand putter approach puts her to about 16 feet. Has this left for her birdie look.
Oh, good putt.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's hard to catch somebody when they're birdieing all the holes that you're birdieing too.
Yeah. Just make sure you have to birdie them, though.
Yeah.
It's a good bird by Weese there. Good save from an errant drive. Smiley with her smooth bird in.
Mm-hmm. This is the second section of the course that you have a lot to deal with as well. That same road running in the background here. This hole and the next couple of holes as well. But good focus, all birdies.
It's your time to hit a fairway once, just one time. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
And from the easiest hole on the course, we move on to hole 12. 300 feet on the nose. Pretty straightforward shot until you get to the end here. Your disc needs to kind of fly through this framed up fairway here. Either a backhand turnover if you're a righty or a forehand. Then get your disc to move on over to the right hand side past these last sets of trees and palm fronds here onto this green, giving you that look for the birdie. A little bit more work to do on this one.
Yeah, I want to say a good forehand is an easier shot here as long as you're not going too wide, hitting anything or ending up behind a palm frond. That one quite doesn't make it to the green.
Now caught up a little bit wide left there, Weese. Taking the lower, more driven line with something more stable. And also
but she gets
behind the bushes.
Yeah.
We'll see how that's going to affect her putts, especially since she has more of a lower line on her putt.
Smiley flipping something all the way over. Oh.
Early kick back over across the fairway.
Mm-hmm.
This looks good.
Oh, yeah. Misses the palm fronds, circle's edge. She'll have a clean circle 2 putt. Oh, yeah. So Smiley having to deal with palm fronds and an awkward stance, and
just wants to get it over that. There we go. And, cleanly onto the green. So finally a direct putt she'll have, not having to go up and over something. Hokom a long look here for her birdie.
And a little jump bid. Just to the right, but still within par save distance. And Lauren wanted that one, but off the front of the cage.
Hit it.
Touch low.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is...
Oh, is this a horseshoe putt?
It is.
Oh, man.
It was online for sure.
Horseshoe
Yeah.
putt. Dad, you learned that.
Smiley with her par putt cashes it in. Continuing her steady work on the green today.
Hokom with her par as well.
starting to get to the point where you kind of start counting holes here if you're trailing, and how many opportunities you're going to have left to try to close the gap here. 4 strokes with 6 holes left.
Mm-hmm. Here we are, hole 13, a par 3, 283. Looks simple on paper, but as we go through the drone footage, we see we have trees left and right all the way down. There are 2 angles of approach. We're taking the left, more open angle. There is also a right hyzer angle to get to the basket. Really just depends on how you're feeling, what your shot is doing, on if you're able to get to the green, avoiding all the trees, and try to leave yourself with a birdie putt. I'm gonna take on a forehand. It looks kind of wide, but finishes kind of open.
Yeah, we'll see when she gets up there what the look is gonna look like. This looks pretty good.
Looks
just needs
great.
to push the end of that hallway. Okay.
And that's fine.
Yeah, well inside the circle, she should be able to step out from that. Did want to shout out the lone birdie on hole 12, the previous hole. Leah Sinagini, the lefty, getting that one.
Oh wow.
Nice.
This is another game plan, just to slide up.
Mm-hmm. Just going right up the gut with the mid-range there, giving herself a long look.
Mm-hmm. Lauren doing the same, literally sliding up. So they'll both have 2 open circle 2 looks at the basket.
Sarah really in it here, having to deal with a small gap and being surrounded by a lot of greenery.
And puts it under the basket. I don't think any of that was a problem.
Yeah, Sarah's been in the game long enough to have the shot shape to get out of most, if not all, situations. Good bid
Good
there.
line. Yeah.
Just a touch low. One look here for Smiley for her birdie.
Just a tad too high. And like you said, Weese just with a step out to get her bird.
And cashes it and cashes in a stroke on Sarah, which is vital at this point, trimming it to 3 strokes now. This is about the part of the section last year where we really saw Weese start to take strokes on Sarah and gain momentum. So something to build on. I'm sure that's in the back of her head, knowing that she's done it before.
Mm-hmm.
Weese getting the birdie there on this one. Sandy Gass, the only other birdie on that hole.
Wow.
And we move on to another one that's attackable. Hole 14, par 3, 264 feet, relatively straight throughout the entirety of this flight here. Right-hand side there, you see a little bit of trouble with those bushes there and trees. Just need to get your disc to kind of miss this last tree on the right and then this kind of center tree here on the left-hand side as it finishes in towards the green. A little bit of a quick green here with some pine straw that can kind of chip you away back towards that bushy area there, which can really obstruct your putt if you go long. So kind of controlling the end of your flight here is the key to the bird as well.
Just a nice looking flip up there, settle down, and there you go. You're going to have a putt. This is the hole that I was talking about on the front half that has a more guarded pin placement over to the left.
Oh,
that's even tighter than the other one.
Yeah. That one gets clipped up early, so an opportunity possibly here for Weese to close this to 2 strokes, as Sarah's going to have a long way to go to try to get her birdie. Smiley at the right side.
Yeah, she slid up a good 30 feet from where she landed, so she'll have some type of look at the basket there. And Lauren going straight up the gut with the mid and sliding into circle's edge.
Yeah.
And she's had a few low releases today, but I think that right there one is a forgivable one. And Hokom just pitching up there. She's going to end up taking a 3.
Lauren, circle's edge. Cashes it
great
in.
putt.
Thank you.
Getting the birdie to go. About 27, 28 feet left for Smiley. And beautifully done.
And she had 2 trees to contend with there, putting it in with ease.
Okay, Weese for the birdie to cut it to 2.
Just off the right side.
Yeah, she has her putt dive in on that hyzer angle, and it just dove in a touch too early. Clipped that right side of the cage and bounced out. Missed opportunity there for Weese for sure.
Here we are, another par 4, hole 15, 565 feet. You really have 2 ways to approach this. The drone is taking the left side. There's also an option to go to the right side. There's a Mando over there on the right side. So you'll have to find a lane to cut through these trees that we see here on the right to get to the pin. If you're going to the left, you're going to really take ideally the same route that the drone has flown to get to the green. See Smiley's option to go towards the Mando there. You see it in the background, and she'll work her way through those trees to get towards the basket.
There's kind of a gap there. If you saw the end of the flight there that she's aiming at, there's a specific landing area that opens up a little bit of a smaller gap, but a gap nonetheless that can help you punch through and get a look. Lauren looking to do the same. She might have pushed it a little too far right there to be at that gap. Discussing strategy
discussion there.
Weese going with the forehand. She did the same play round 1. Really pushing the distance on this one and almost all the way to the mouth of the gap there.
Yeah, a little shorter than she did on round 1, but she should still have an angle of attack to get to the green. And Hokom going backhand here, but it looks like she's playing over to the left, the same as Weese.
That she is. We'll see how tight that is. You may have to contend with a little bit more of the ceiling from this side. Oh, and there you go.
Yeah.
That angle forces you to throw higher in order to get that disc to move right at the end of its flight and give you a look. Jessica can punch this a little bit flatter in the hallway.
Like she did a nice little flip up, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was close to a throw in there.
Yeah. Smiley going for that gap we talked about. Oh, dang it. I wanted to see that push through. She almost murders a squirrel and apologizes to it.
Lauren going to the same gap there.
Oh, she did?
Disc on Annie. Oh, yeah. Wow.
And she's parked it. She has parked the practice basket, I think that is.
The other basket. Yeah. The alternate pin position or, yeah, whatever it is. That's perfectly parked. Smiley here looking through gaps, trying to just get close to the green.
Push through. Beautiful shot.
And she does.
Hokom
I wonder what disc that is.
Yeah. Hokom the forehand off the tree. That is fine.
Yep, that'll leave her with a putt.
Lauren with a long look here for her 3. Ooh. Online.
Yeah.
This is Weese looking at a birdie here. Again, looking to trim this down to 2 strokes. And it's going to do it this time with the birdie.
Birdie both rounds, first and third.
Well done.
She has that hole dialed in.
Sure does. One of only 2 birdies on the day. Again, the hometown homegirl, Leah Sinagini, getting this one. Good putt there for Hokom to secure the par, but giving up a stroke. 2 strokes left, and we saw what hole 16 did during round 1. Hole 17, no slouch either.
Same result.
Couple of par tap-ins for the rest of the ladies as we get ready to move on to one of the harder holes on the course. And here it is, hole 16, par 3, just 314 feet, but danger everywhere, out of bounds, surrounding the majority of this hole here. The drone flying over OB now. Need to get over this marsh area and either land it short somewhere on this small postage-sized peninsula here, or try to push past this secondary out of bounds area here onto a very small island-shaped green with OB on the left, OB short, OB right. A lot can go wrong here, and we've seen a lot go wrong already on this hole.
Oh, this is finishing too hard to the left, and
Oh, she's OB on the road.
it's going to stay OB, yeah.
Now, we saw her play the provisional during round 1 from the drop zone where she could have progressed forward and taken her OB up more. We'll see what she does this time. Smiley trying to lay up.
Yeah, and she got just a little bounce
putting-
out
yeah.
OB as well.
Putting the flag down. That is out of bounds as well.
And that one is safe.
That's safe, yeah.
See if Hokom's going to go for it here. Oh no, she doesn't like it out of her hand.
That never
And that-
crossed, so that's
no.
going to be drop zone. So she's going to have
It's a drop zone.
a tough shot here. We've seen this drop zone kind of be a little treacherous too.
Yeah, it's blind, and you still have to stick it on the green because there's OB all around it. And Hokom does just that.
That is a big, big make there. Good chip up
Yeah.
there for Lauren.
Which flag is for which dip?
All right, so Smiley's up first. See if she can save a par.
Good bid.
She'll have a tap in for a bogey. See if Weese can do the same, save a par, and no.
But she didn't get stung by a bee this time, so there's a little bit of a win there.
True, true.
Hokom cashes it for the bogey.
Good bogey. It's a kind of nervy putt because OB is like
Right there.
basket high behind it.
Yeah.
Like if you don't hit something, you're up back OB.
Good par there for Butler. We got to shout out Rebecca Frazier, the only birdie on the day on this hole.
Oh wow, she birdied it again. She birdied it on day 1 as
Did
well.
she? Wow.
Yeah. I think she was the only birdie that day as well.
Wow. Good for her. Couple of bogeys there for our 2 top leaders here, our 2 top contenders as we move on to hole 17.
Hole 17, a par 3 coming in at 344. Again, you're throwing over OB as the drone is flying now. There is a short landing area here that most people aren't going to opt to take because the OB comes back into play as you got to go over it again. To get to this little peninsula here, you're going to go under the tree. The basket is parked right next to some trees. There's OB left, OB right, OB behind it, and just natural OB if you go into those trees. So you want to be very precise off the drive and with your approach shot as well. Lauren swings it over there to the right, but she manages to stay in bounds. I'm not sure if the yellow tape matches what's on the ground, but there is a line on the ground before the concrete that indicates that it's OB.
Weese getting over on this
Weese
one.
flexing.
Needs to finish.
It's not coming back in time.
Man, what a costly error there.
Yeah.
Absolutely needs the birdie here, and that's not going to be an option now. This one fading left hard.
And that one makes it past the OB, so that is out of bounds.
Sarah just needs to get this in bounds. This looks perfect. Beauty.
Oh, yeah. Oh, just under the tree. Circle 2. No danger in the way between her and the basket.
Yeah, at this point she can lay up knowing that Weese has gone out of bounds. The best she can do is par. This is coming right at me.
Oh.
And is out of bounds. Double OB here for Jen Smiley on hole 17.
And Lauren pitching up under the basket. She'll have an easy par there. You know, Weese doesn't feel out of it yet. She still wants to make this.
She has to have it. And that's not going to do it, unfortunately. That will pretty much seal it here. Sarah can lay up. It looks as though maybe she's looking to give this a bid, though.
I'll give it a soft bid.
Oh.
Yep, she did.
That's just scary because you got that bush back there in the trees, and you can get caught up that all of a sudden your disc doesn't come out clean, and you add an extra stroke, and that one bounces in for Jen Smiley. She shrugs it off. But that's a little bit of a risk there for Hokom, even giving it a half bid.
Well, I think that the half bid that she gave was the right half bid. It was going to fade off to the left before it got to the trees. So the only danger really was it hitting the basket and possibly rolling OB to the right.
Yeah, that could happen too. But nonetheless, all of it a moot point as she's going to carry 3 strokes going into this final hole.
Whoa, what's that?
Zach, I hit a lefty chicken wing.
And here we are to close it out on hole 18, a par 4, 613 feet. OB on the right, OB on the left. Pretty generous fairway here. We've got some trees on the right there, or a tree on the right there is kind of your main obstacle. You've got some sproutlings that will be issues in the years to come. Second shot is really where you make your money on this hole. Either fade something from right to left or left to right, depending on where you land. And then you've got an OB pond right behind hole 18 here to bring in that last bit of danger to close this out.
I don't think there's any OB on the left. I think it's all open over there. It's just out of place. Okay. Yeah. It shares the fairway with 15, so it's just...
I think it used to be OB in years past. That's probably what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Saw Lauren putting it out there. Hokom was in between disc, opts for the flippier one and pushes the left side. That might have been OB last year, but this year, that is perfectly fine.
I could see where it would have been OB. They would have separated the 2 fairways.
Yeah.
Better to find them. Weese flexing something out there.
It's her Purple Echo Destroyer once again.
I think I need one of those.
Every time I see her throw it, I'm like, why don't I have one of those in the bag yet? Oh, the wave getting full flight out here for Jennifer Smiley, pushing past the center trees there.
So like you said, this is the shot where you make your money. You need to get close to the green, if not on the green, but not really challenge that OB, and
that is fine there.
That'll do for Hokom with the lead there. She's not really having to press the issue. Doing everything she can to keep it safe.
Yeah. We sizing this one up here, looking to push the hyzer on the right side.
I think she's trying to put this one in.
Sweep through. Nice shot there for Weese.
Good shot. Into the circle.
That'll give our birdie look to close things out here.
Ooh, Lauren had that little tree in her way.
Yeah, she took a couple of run-ups at it, and it just looked awkward every time, and unfortunately, I think it was in her head.
Yeah.
Oh no, and the disc falls, it's all falling apart.
Nice smooth throw by Smiley, finishing over towards the basket, and
Good shot.
push her just outside the circle.
Yep. Lauren a little wide.
Oh, yeah.
Still well within her range though. Hokom chipping up with the range. Beautiful.
Knowing that's all that she has to do.
Yeah. Smiley for her birdie. Oh, just short.
This is one of those. Both of these putts are like hard to really commit to because you got the OB right behind it. It slopes into the OB. So
And there's money on the line. I mean, every
there.
stroke is the difference between potentially a couple $100.
Yeah.
Weese looking to close it out with the birdie.
Oh, on the right side, just didn't stay.
Nevertheless, a great showing here for Weese. Winning last year, she's going to finish in second this year. We'll have a flip-flop in the 1 and 2 position.
There we go for the win.
Big hugs from the teammates.
Rubber match next year.
Oh gosh.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
On her birthday weekend, Sarah Hokom taking down the 13th annual Chain Hawk Open.
Taking third place for the cutest puppy ever, Miss Lauren Butler. Appreciate you.
Thanks so much for everybody, all the hard work you guys put into the course. Chris has been super helpful with everything we needed this week. It was really fun to play with all the girls. Happy birthday and great win for Sarah.
Second place in the Female Professional Open, Miss Jessica Weese. Yes.
First off, I gotta thank Chris and Lori Clark and all of the crew for helping run this beautiful event. Y'all absolutely kill it. I hope to one day, be at that level of being a great TD because I don't want to play forever. Great battle, Sarah. I really tried to put one together to, give us a little bit of something to watch for all the people that came out to spectate, but great taking it down. Good.
Yeah, Jess. Good to meet you. Good weekend, Jess.
All right, in her second year here, taking home the first place trophy on her birthday weekend, Miss Sarah Hokom.
Yeah.
But also arguably the cutest puppy out here. Thank you so
Wow. This was such a battle, like Jeff said. She beat me last year here coming down the stretch, so it's my turn this year. We're going to battle it out again, I think, for many years to come. Big thanks to Chris Clark, Jerry Barkley for being on the bag, and Zach and his parents out at the farm, and all the people at the farm for the good time. Great fun tires, man. Also, huge thanks to MVP Disports. I couldn't do it without you. And I look forward to another Florida tournament next weekend, and I love the Florida swing, so thank you guys for supporting us. This is Raymond. She's the best dog ever. Second best. Sorry. No, I don't know. We're at the fight over it.
Don, what do you think?
My vote's for Raven, but I'm biased. And there you have it. Here's the leaderboard with Sarah taking the victory over Jessica Weese this year. Lauren Butler, Jordan Lenz making an appearance there at the top as well.
Yeah, Jordan beating out Morgan. There's always the Jordan-Morgan battle going on, especially when we come down to Florida. So, always fun to see that one. Big thank you to everybody for checking out all the action, all 3 rounds here from the Chain Hawk Open. Of course, thank you to the entire staff and all the volunteers that make this event possible. We appreciate all the support from all of you guys. Check us out on all of our socials at Ace Run Pro. Thank you, of course, as always, to our Ace Runners for getting us out here. We wouldn't be out here without you guys for this one. So head on over to patreon.com/AceRunPro if you're looking to support. We appreciate you guys as always. And from all of us at Ace Run Productions, let's run it.
Special shout out to Marcus, Tater, and Cammy.
Who's Tater?